You're welcome to the National Lottery Trust Fund. It's an agency established by the federal government to take custody of a certain percentage of all national lottery operations in the country and channel these proceeds towards promoting good causes in various sectors. Of course, advancing and uplifting education, promoting our health and well-being, even giving relief and managing natural disasters in this country. Our vision is to see the National Lottery Trust Fund achieving all its corporate goals, which will require it to intervene in all the key sectors mentioned and enumerated by the external law establishing it. And these sectors are sports, health, education, relief, disaster management, anything that will impact on the social well-being of Nigerians. This agency has the capacity to deliver on that mandate. The challenge is having the resources to execute all these projects and programs on behalf of Nigerians. We are praying in the next couple of weeks, couple of months to come, our plan to actualize and stabilize our statutory remittances would have been in place. We have a plan to establish the central monitoring system, which will capture, track, and monitor the activities of what lottery operators are doing out there in the field, which had been escaping the net, revenue net of the government, which as soon as that system is put in place, this thing will be in the past. More resources will be channeled into the trust fund, and of course these mega projects will be implemented and Nigerians will be happier for it. Health has been a sector that has received very little from our interventions in the past. On my assumption of duty here as the chief executive, I saw the sector as a place where it requires intervention. Intervention, of course, in the provision of needed basic healthcare equipment and facilities. We've conducted a comprehensive needs assessment of the entire country. We discovered that a few and a key places, especially our PHEs, require interventions in the provision of medical equipment, provision of equipment such as digitized X-ray machines, ultrasound machines. And recently, we were in Daura also. After having conducted our needs assessment, we discovered that that particular hospital lacks this basic equipment. We quickly set about, prepared our needs assessment, and submitted to government, which was promptly approved. And that is what informed our intervention in that particular hospital. That hospital, at the time we intervened, had no any basic, high, world-class intensive care unit to deal with any kind of emergency. It is our intervention in that particular time, that led to the provision of this critical equipment. Number one, we deployed ventilators that were very hard to get at the time we did because of this COVID-19 pandemic. Globally, ventilators are much sought after equipment simply because they are the requirements for any ICU to function properly. And we were lucky to have prepared and gotten the supply of these ventilators right before the pandemic broke out in Nigeria. It was our preparedness that led to the provision of this critical equipment, especially for that particular hospital in Daura. Even the state government were very happy about it, of this development, and they were, in fact, having commissioned it together with the executive governor of Katsina State, along with my honorable minister, the Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Senator Dr. George Akume. We were greeted with encomiums, with appreciation, and of course the entire state now has a very befitting COVID-19 treatment center. A few other areas where our interventions will cover is also sports, grassroots sport development and elite sports development. As you know, a greater percentage of our proceeds comes from the activity of sporting activities, actually, in the industry. So it is only good to pay back to that sector. And the way we do it is to rally around and partner with key associations and the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development. In this case, Paralympic Association happens to be part and parcel of our plan for this particular intervention. We sponsored them in kitting all the jerseys and the apparels for that competition. And don't forget, this is a World Cup event for Paralympians preparing to feature in the next Olympics that is coming up in Japan, hopefully in 2021. And this agency partnered with the Paralympic through the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports to support it, to kit all the athletes, the officials, as well as other key stakeholders that participated in the event. And of course, being the flagship of this agency, the Honorable Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs was a special guest of honor at the event. He participated actively and jointly with the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports. They were all there to see to the success of this event, because it's under the leadership of the First Lady, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Aisha Buhari.